in town after murdering a woman's husband and 2 other men in the process so that she can inherit his finances, supposedly. We come to find out Lila, who is played by the underrated Imogen Pote's husband, had been in financial trouble for years prior and leaves her with absolutely nothing. While in town, Elwood stays in a nearby motel, which is managed by Sam Rossi, a retired bull rider who's in constant pain, played by the chameleon of the industry, Jon Bernthal. We soon realize that the wife of one of the bystanders involved in the hit, Bernie, played by Rosemary DeWitt, is also having an affair with Sam Rossi. Elwood and Sam soon begin to become more and more familiar with each other, which ultimately leads to one explosive conclusion. Sweet Virginia is a slice of hard-hitting pulp fiction none of us knew we needed in 2017. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very good.
Thank you. This one was hard because there's like literally no research on it whatsoever. Like there's nothing about it out there. It's insane.
Yeah.
Which is
so weird.
It's a shame because it's such a good fucking movie, man.
Yeah.
But you know how this goes, James. Let us know why you wanted to pick this, or why you were able to settle on Sweet Virginia.
Honestly, for me, this movie really holds no. It doesn't hold like a special place in my heart like other movies do. But I love this movie. It's not one of those movies that is like nostalgic or something like that. But I think it's just Jon Bernthal. I mean, I remember seeing this. I just deciding to watch it, and I didn't watch the trailer. I saw the poster. I think I actually saw the poster when we were doing one of our screenings for one of the movies that we screened. I want to say it was
maybe
they
Evil
were
Dead.
Screening it at the Digital Gym. It might have been Evil Dead. I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I remember seeing the poster and thinking, "Oh, Sweet Virginia, this looks." It was just, it's the cover of Jon Bernthal holding the World War II rifle, and it says Sweet Virginia. And I was like, wow, he looks way different than he usually does in in like The Punisher. He has the long hair and a beard and stuff. So I was like, oh, he looks pretty badass. I think I'm going to watch this. And it's just on his merit alone, because I feel like Jon Bernthal is such an underrated actor, but he's in so many movies, like randomly, like he's sprinkled in throughout Hollywood, and sometimes he's in movies for 10 minutes, sometimes he's in it for 2 minutes. He was in Baby Driver for just the first 5 minutes of the movie, and that's it. But his acting in that alone made that movie so much better. And then this one, he's in the entire movie. But I think it's, for me, just picking this was just alone on seeing Jon Bernthal on the little flyer that I had seen, a couple years back or whatever it was. But me picking this today was because of that, just randomly seeing that poster. I really enjoyed this movie. I think him and the chemistry, or the kind of awkward chemistry that him and Elle would have, their characters in the movie. Christopher Abbott, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's an underrated actor too. You don't see him in too many things. It's a lot of like indie movies or IFC type of films, which I think I want to say maybe it's a personal choice for him to go to those types of movies or films. He was in It Comes at Night.
Yep.
Yep. That one, I loved him in that one. He was great in that. I know he just came out, not just, but maybe a year ago, he came out in that one weird looking movie that I want to do an episode on it, but I haven't seen it. I'm kind of weirded out by it. Piercing.
Oh yeah, yes.
I have no idea. I know what it's about, but I haven't seen it yet, and it looks very disturbing. And he's such a great actor. In this film, he's just his weird little tics and stuff when when he gets in the car at one point, he's driving past one of the tenants at the hotel, he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at, you fat fucking bastard? Look at me again like that, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You know, I'm gonna fucking, you know." And he's just like so like weird in this movie, and it's great. He does a great job playing a weird guy. And then it's crazy because all these characters are so intertwined and you know, connected in some way. You find out, you know, Bernadette's husband gets murdered because of Elwood. And you find out that Sam Rossi is sleeping with her. You know, he's having an affair with her. And it's crazy because, they all grew up with each other and they know each other and everything like that. But, yeah, I just really enjoyed this movie. For some, I guess you could say it's a slow burn. But, I mean, the first 10 minutes or so, you get that triple homicide in the very beginning of the movie. And then it kind of dies down a little bit, and we kind of get that character development and everything, that we get to see some background and connections throughout the town and everything. And then it starts to pick up really in the last, I would say, like 20-25 minutes of the film. But it's I really enjoyed this movie. What did you guys think?
Yeah, this movie is a real slow burn, which it's crazy because it's only an hour and 49 minutes, but for me that did knock the points. But now that I realize it, the tone was set by that triple homicide. It affected the town. You know, it slowed the pace for everybody, even for your watcher. And a first time watcher myself, it had to let the characters explore. For me, which was good because the acting was so strong between everybody. But many people won't be able to deal with how, like, I guess, burn of a slow burn. But like people like us, we can analyze and take the time, I guess, for these types of things. I like this because I feel like I like this because, like, sometimes I feel like the story didn't flesh it out, but like sometimes it didn't need to, you know what I mean? Yeah. I just felt like it did its thing, and Joe Bernthal really does good, like, in these types of slow burns. And for me, it was good to see him not play as like somebody not so tough. You know what I mean?
You see that one scene where he tries to get tough, but he gets his ass whooped.
Yeah. You get this period through the movie where you just need to let it happen, and then once you make it to the end, it's like, fuck, dude. It kind of gives it that mystery. Like, there's a mystery right there. Like, why? But we'll get to that later. I guess that was crazy. Because was there like no trailer for this movie, or did that ever happen? Or like, I feel like I didn't see, like, that's probably why it didn't get a buzz, maybe as much as it should have. But yeah, dude. If you guys love to see like a thriller about some crazy, it's lunatic, like basically running rampant and shit. And Chris Abbott does that really well. He plays one of those like people that like you feel like he's never gonna get fucked with. You know what I mean? And then, but that's basically why you got to make it to the end. But yeah, dude, I feel like Chris Abbott is. I think he's going to be used for, like, he does lo-fi for me right now, like movies, but I think he will, he's going to make a breakthrough, and everyone's going to be like, he might play a villain or something, who the fuck knows? But it's going to be good for him when that happens, you know what I mean? And I could already see that coming. So, and Joe Bernthal, you can't, there was strong acting by everybody, dude. It pieced in a very slow, but like well acted and just shit hit the fan type of movie. So that's what you got to embrace, I guess, when you watch this. But what does Wes have to say besides the intro of the?
Yeah, I love this movie. I think I wrecked it maybe a couple months ago over the summer sometime. I rewatched it then, and I was just like blown away. I had forgotten about how amazing this film is, so watching it again was a real treat. Being able to, you know, dive into it with you both tonight should be fun. Like I said in my intro, I felt like Chris Abbott, for me, stole the show on this one.
Yes.
Man, he is goddamn mesmerizing, from the very moment he walks into that diner and he's like, can I get the early bird special? When everybody's telling him like, yo, we're closed, you have this feeling that it feels like it's after midnight in this place. You got these fellas, playing a late night card game. It seems very intimate, and then this guy, completely out of context, walks into the restaurant demanding food. They tell him to fuck off, then he comes back and he just caps everybody, and then like I said, I love that performance. But then once you get into kind of the meat of the movie, you realize that this guy is kind of been hired by one of the victims, one of those three dudes, wife, who hates her husband. Obviously, she thinks he's very wealthy. He's a big cheater, abuser of her. So she hatches this plan on her own. Like, I'm gonna hire this guy. I'm gonna get get financially stable. My husband will be out of the way. I'll pay off the dude for the hit, and everything will be all good. And the big conundrum of this film is that it doesn't work out. Her husband was a liar, a con artist. He just told her what she wanted to hear. He had been in debt for years. You know what I mean? Basically, he left her in debt because there's this kind of gut-wrenching scene. After she knows that she owes Elwood, the hitman, $50,000 just for the kill. Yeah. She has nothing. She has nothing to pay even her own bills with. So it that just is devastating. I feel like as a spectator, or for us as viewers, you know what I mean, when it comes to that. And then, so
it's almost like instant karma.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you expect? You owe a hitman, dude. And he was like, more than a hitman, he was more of a loose cannon, which we could say. But go ahead.
Yeah, what I really respected about Elwood, or the way that character is portrayed, is he feels dangerous. So much so that I feel like Chris Abbott, I don't see the actor anymore. I just see him as, what the fuck is he gonna do next? Like, just a scary dude, you know what I mean? Just like Anaris was saying, like, very unpredictable, very wild, can snap, at the drop of a hat. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going to set this guy off. And as the film progresses, you see that more and more, where, he walks by and these two guys are having a conversation somewhere by a payphone. And one of the guys, he drops some epitaphs or something, and Elwood thinks that it's towards him. And he's like, what the fuck did you say? And they turn around and they kind of get into a verbal argument. And then Elwood turns around and he goes to call Lila on the payphone, and he's already pissed about that because she's avoiding him and he knows it. And he's like, pick up the phone, you fucking cunt, or whatever. He leaves her a voicemail.
His voice is like demon. He's like, pick up the phone. He almost sounds like the dude from Scream. He's like, I'm gonna cut you like a fish.
Yeah. He hangs up the phone. And then the guys are already pissed because he's murmuring to himself while he's on the payphone, like, go ahead, look at me, you fuck, I'll fucking kill you, or whatever, talking to himself like a crazy man. And then the guys walk over to assault him, and he just beats the living shit out of both of them. And he grabs the second guy in a headlock, and he's like, put your fucking hand down, you fuck, or whatever. It's just like,
he fucking chokes him. He's like trying to defend himself, and he's like, put your hand down,
He puts him to sleep.
And I'm like, he's literally trying to like breathe.
Those kind of intimate shots, the way that these scenes play out, reminded me a lot of the was it Hell or High Water? Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the long takes that they have in this. Like it'll